Why is Congress passing laws that are violating the U.S. Constitution? I'm not sure that's the question. Such as the Patriot Act and the recent act advocating torture of prisoners. Flip a coin. Whoever wants to go first.
Listen, I think that we've been given a false choice by this president and this Congress, this choice that has to be made between protecting this country and upholding basic civil liberties, between keeping this nation safe and observing basic human rights. These are false choices, and frankly, as part of this election, we should challenge those false choices. We can absolutely maintain our commitment to international human rights while protecting this country. We can maintain civil liberties. Do we have to give the executive more powers to combat terrorism throughout the globe? Absolutely, and I support that. But I support it with the proper checks from the judiciary. We can construct a system that will give this executive and the enforcement agencies throughout this country the tools it needs, but to make sure that they are not abused. And Congressman Johnson spent a lot of money in this campaign trying to invent positions for me on this subject that simply do not exist. We can take on that false choice. We can protect this country and still live up to our 200-year-old obligations to civil liberties.
Yeah. That's the point at which we agree. We can protect this country and protect our traditional civil rights, and I have voted that way. I strongly support the Geneva Convention. And in the Patriots Act, I strongly supported, and my Democrat colleagues did for the most part also, the change to allow the government to wiretap the person. With cell phones, we can no longer limit ourselves to the warrant to wiretap the cell phone. We have to wiretap the person. That's technology driving changes in law enforcement. We had already given law enforcement that power with where drug investigations were involved in organized crime. We just extended to terrorism. And in the international situation, you have to do the same thing. If a call comes from an al-Qaeda organization, this is a very limited exemption. This is just like the Patriots Act. Al-Qaeda organization or 3 or 4 al-Qaeda-associated organizations. The call comes from that organization into our country. I want to pick up that phone, and I don't want to wait until you fill out the paperwork, get to the Attorney General, and he says, okay, go.